For the last week, I have probably checked my email twice. I think I checked Messenger on my Facebook page once. I checked Instagram messages once, as I was, sending all of these messages back during the same time. I was letting everybody know I will be in touch with you next week. Next week. And so after I sent my last message, I was like, okay, so this is one of the times where I'm not going to push myself. And just thinking about that phrase was so odd to me because in every way possible, pushing myself has been my modus operandi. The way that I operate is a part of who I am. You see people who are like tired and they go take a nap. That is not me. I'm pushing myself until there's pretty much nothing left. And that's not always a good thing. It's not always a good thing because there are moments in time where you just shouldn't. And for those of you who are unaware, I had an outpatient medical procedure last week. And the prescribed time for recovery was 2 weeks. But you could get started after 3 to 5 days. And what my thought process was when going into that situation was, okay, I'm going to give myself the time that my body needs to be 100%. The time that is usually allotted for somebody to recover after a procedure is typically not that they're at 100%. And I realize that depending on the procedure, there's, the regaining of muscle memory and regaining of strength, and all of that stuff takes a lot more time than a couple of weeks. But typically, it is a much quicker process than what the body actually requires or needs for a human being to be optimal. And I had decided that I was going for optimal. There are some things I want to do in 2022 that are going to push me past some of the limits that I already had. They're going to push me in ways of creativity, in ways of partnership, and just in ways of thinking in a more expansive way when it comes to business development. And I don't want to be at 80%. I don't want to be at 75%. I don't want to be at a space where I have maxed out because my physical capacity is not matching my mental capacity. And one of the best ways to do that is to actually take the time and allow my body the moment to rejuvenate. Allow my body the opportunity to just be, to slow down, to look outside and really enjoy the lake, the ducks, to actually take a little walk if I want to, without the burden of, I have to be back in 15 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever that time is, or even not have to worry about, man, did I edit today? How many reels do I have going up? My audience is growing there. I don't want to give it up. And that is very true, but I also want longevity. And the best way to have longevity is to not only be sound in spirit and mind, but also in body. So I'm going to take the time. If my body says, hey, I'd like a nap right now, I'm going to take the nap. I am not a napper, guys. And it's hard. It's been a challenge to turn off and then to even get messages and go, oh, I just want to answer that right now and do a proposal. I'm like, yeah, but no. Longevity requires that you take care of your vessel. We only get one. We only get one. And sometimes we don't treat it as well as we should. Sometimes we don't eat the things that we should. Sometimes we don't rest the way that we should. Laugh the way that we should. Pause when we should. And I'm going to take the time. I'm going to take the time so that the people that I'm concerned about who are waiting, we have to wait like 7 more days to hear from me, will actually get the best that I can give them. So I hope that, amongst all of the things that you're aiming to do this year, that you're also aiming to take care of the first gift that you were ever given. And that was your body. That is you. Take care of yourself.